Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Good morning or good evening or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. And also I'd like to thank the new subscribers to my channel. I do appreciate that. And if you just landed here, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, help a brother grow his channel. Going over here, Gareth Solway, pretty sure that everybody follows my channel, knows who he is. And he's an interesting little character, talking about basically he's saying the Fed's going to raise interest rates 50 basis points in September, possibly 75 basis point in September. One thing I'll say about this, guys, is that, you have to take everything with a little bit of a grain of salt when it comes to anything on the media. There is some posturing going on, my take on it and my read on it overall, the whole big picture, if you want to know, is the Fed's going to say that because they need the general public to know. I'm talking about just general public people that really just aren't investing or anything like that. So here's my read on it. Here's my take on a little bit of the games that could be going on behind the scenes. All right. So the Fed's going to say what it's going to say, take that hard stance, hawkish stance. And the reason for that's for the general public, because, they want to make that think that they're being taken care of. Right. That's how it works. Okay. Like public has a complaint, and then they go to their leaders or whoever's running the show at the time. They go to them and say, hey, we got a problem. We got inflation. So what are they going to do? They're going to say, oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to take care of that. Why are they going to say they're going to take care of that? Well, the reason why is because, they want to do a trade. There's a trade going on there. It's like, okay, I'm just your regular Joe guy, which I am, just a regular Joe guy. I'm like, look, inflation's out of control. My meat, it went from $4 to $7.99. There's a problem here. I'm getting upset. So I go over to my congressman and I complain, right? I complain, oh man, guys, look, I got this problem. And if there's like 100,000 of us or 200,000 or 2 million of us, then what happens? They go, we got a problem, guys. So they start going out into the media and start saying, we're taking care of inflation. If you looked at recently Joe Biden's tweets, he said, look, guys, we have 0% inflation. Doesn't quite work like that, but hey, they're setting the stage for that. And then what's the deal? What's the deal? So they're they're supposedly going to be taking care of my concern, which is high meat prices, right? Okay. And so if it does happen, perhaps, then I'm like, they're pretty good. I'm going to go vote for them. There's the trade. That's the trade that's going on. But at the same time, am I giving them money? Just a regular guy. Am I giving them money? No. The regular people aren't giving them money, are they? Who's giving them money? We all know who's giving them money, right? I'm not going to come out and say that. But then you got to take care of them. This is how the markets work, guys. Then you got to take care of them. The people that are going to start filling their coffers, right? Or maybe businesses too, they're going to start filling their coffers. So they have to take care of them. So what happens is that they make the public happy, and then behind the scenes, well, I don't want to say behind the scenes, and then everything else that goes on, then they do things where, okay, now we need to make sure that possibly the markets go up. So it's all just kind of like what I'm saying is kind of like a little bit of a facade. Now here with Gareth Solway, digressed a little bit. What's going on here is that he's not really saying the 50% basis points in September is probably already priced into the markets. So one thing I want to make clear for my position and those that are following this channel, you have to realize, you have to come to an understanding that the markets are way ahead of what's actually going on and what you read about in the media. Is a 50% basis point rate hike in September already priced in? More than likely. That's less than a month away, guys. Okay. Is the 25% basis point rate hike in whenever it'll be December possibly already priced in? Probably. Just take the time and go 6 months ahead. And that's where the markets actually are. Some people will say 9 months. I say 6 to 9 months, or some people go a year. They'll say, oh yeah, it's a year ahead. So you have to take that in consideration of what's going on and everything. So, all right, guys, I just want to let you know that. So there's no reason to panic. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go over Bitcoin. And Bitcoin hit my target. And until it proves to me otherwise, I'm sticking with a diagonal type move that nobody likes. And the reason I'm sticking with this diagonal move, and nobody likes it is because of this wave. If you go right here and you go all the way up to there, that's too big of a wave, and they can't get 5 waves out of that. Well, in a leading diagonal, you don't need to have 5 waves. You can have a 3-wave move, just like right here, 1, 2, 3. Leading diagonals are the only ones where you can have either a 3-wave move or an impulse move. So they can be 3 waves or they could be impulse moves. Like this one was an impulse. This one's open for debate. Now, where's the debate on this move right here? It's down here, guys. You see this? This is called a throw over. Okay, throw over. So technically, you have to go, where did it start? Right at the trend. You take the touch, touch, touch. It threw over right here, and then your touch. You got 4 clean touches there, and it threw over. So what I do is I go right from the trend line, and then I check it. Okay, maybe it goes up to there. That's 23%, and then you can check this wave over here, which is 23.91 more or less. Okay, so this wave is technically bigger than that wave, and then obviously this wave is smaller than that wave. That's how you look at it. And then Bitcoin's over here. So one of the things you want to do is you can check this out right here, and I'm going to go out to a 1-hour chart and I'll show you guys. You can see that this is a pretty nice little it looks like it has a 5th wave thrust. You can see if you put on a fib extension right here, I'm going to go down right to that. I'm counting, this is the start and that is the bottom, and that's your wave 2. You can see that peak just came right to it. That's where wave 2s like to go, just in reverse too. Okay, if you're a good trader, this would be very tough, but this is where you want to put in shorts on wave 2s. You know, you see it and it comes right to that. Here's your wave 1, 2, and then boom, you can see you ride that wave 3 down. Now, I'm also going to make it aware too that I'm not a bull maxi. For those that are new to my channel, I'm not a bull maxi. If you would have met me back in March, January, February, March, April, all those times, I didn't start the channel before then, but I was tell people short. Now I'm telling people to convert. I'm converting. I converted myself already because I think Bitcoin's in a bottom forming process. But you can see right here on this fib target, 1.618 be a 3rd wave target and came down. And it looks like this right here is a 5th wave thrust. But you can see on that wave, this is a perfect little wave. 3rd wave, 1.618, and then 2.72 is what it hit right there for a 5th wave. And then had a 5th wave thrust, it looks like, down to 2.618, which is really, really nice. Now, could it come back around and go back down again? It could. It could. It's making the divergence right there on the 1-hour chart. You can see it might come back around and come back and test those areas and go a little bit lower. It could. Now, one of the things I do, it's very nice that you want to check that I don't see too many people that check is go ahead. I take a trend line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that trend line. It's right on top of there. And then you want to come right over here. And where did it land? See where it land right here. You see that? Going right on top of that wave. Bounced right off the top of that wave. You see that? And then boom. You see right there. And I come over here, and this wave, it just missed that wave off the top of that wave. This wave, this is a 4th wave right here. Okay, so you come back over here, and you see this bottom one, and you come back over here. You see it hit the bottom of this area, this 4th wave. Okay, I actually thought Bitcoin was going to come down and meet with this wave. Okay, they like to correct the lower sequence 4th waves, guys, but this one bounced off the top of that. I just found that interesting to me because there's always some type of pattern going on with these assets, guys. So right now, Bitcoin retraced from this peak over here to 0.618. So if I take a retrace from down here, bring it all the way to the top to right there, if that's where the correction started, you can see right here on logarithmic that boom, there's 618 right there. 618 in that area. Okay, so that actually looks pretty good. Could it come down to 786? 786 is definitely a target down there at 19,000, guys. So and personally, I think this to me is a better zone to have it actually come down here, just because the lower it gets, the lower Bitcoin gets, without breaking this low, the better. The more odds you have of this being a wave two, more of a bullish sequence. Because the issue is right now with Bitcoin is you cannot rule out that this was maybe an ABC and this is some sort of X wave, and then it's going to swing back up in a WXY. That cannot be ruled out yet. We're getting closer. We're getting closer though to ruling that out. Wherever it's going to go to, whether it's done there or it's going to go down a little bit more to these areas, remains to be seen. But it's expected 19,900. Posted that on Twitter. As a matter of fact, here's my Twitter page, and I posted it somewhere on Twitter a little bit while ago. ICP. Let's see. Bearish. I'd take a look at that. I can't remember where I posted it. So explain, yeah, there you go. August 24th, 3 days ago, 19,900 right there. Boom. Okay. And what did Bitcoin go to? It looks like, 19,882. So everything looks pretty good, guys. This is the corrective phase. It's not done over with, and it could be in this area and be in a zone. So for a little bit of time, you wouldn't be aware of that. So like Bitcoin coming out of the bear market as an example over here, you can see there's some period of time that, yeah, it did go up in a wave, came back in a two, and didn't really get out of there for 105 days. So 3 months it sat in that zone right here, guys. So, Bitcoin right now, what's it been in this? It's been in this for, let's say this zone right now, it's been in here for 70 days. So 70, 90. So maybe way out over here, if you go at the same time, October, look like another month or so possibly could be hanging out in that area, guys. So otherwise it looks pretty decent to me. We're not out of the woods yet. The other indication that I think too is that Bitcoin is in a bottom forming process and a potentially wave 1-2 is just because of the other assets like Phantom's looking like it's forming a bottom, Solana's forming a bottom, and just like ICP that I recently went over is forming a bottom. To say that Bitcoin's going to turn around and then dump to 10,000, they're basically saying Polkadot's going to 50 cents or a quarter, because that's what's going to happen. If Bitcoin's turning around to go to 10,000, and Polkadot's going way down there, and Phantom's going way down, Solana's going way down, and they've already dropped 90 to 98%. So you have to look at it that way when you're just looking at Bitcoin. Does Bitcoin have room to dump more and be bullish? It does, but the other coins don't. The other coins don't. So that's why you have to look at the whole big picture with all the assets, and put it all together. It's like, okay, this is saying one thing, this is saying one thing. And of course you get mixed signals and it gets very difficult. But if all the other assets, including ETH and Binance and everything on down, and saying, they're all forming a bottom, the odds are potentially Bitcoin could be forming a bottom. Just a little bit of deductive reasoning in that sense. So the other thing is too, I wanted to go over the Bitcoin dominance chart. Okay, I have this set up here, and I really have a belief that I think it's going to be a pretty wild and crazy altcoin season. I think I would not be surprised if Bitcoin, if it does go up onto another leg, that it would do like maybe 70,000 or 74, 78,000 or something like that. And it could stop right up there, guys. So, overall looking at a 3X with Bitcoin, that's not bad. But in the with some of the alts, I don't know about you, but I'm looking for 10Xs and plus, really. So here's the Bitcoin dominance chart. And I have this off the, not on the candles, just because there's a wick up there. And sometimes you got to take those wicks out, because I'm counting as a wave 1-2. And I'm thinking that I did a sequence here. It looks like a 1, 2, 3. You can see that's a really deep in the RSI on the weekly right here, right? And then it bounced back up. And it looks like to me there's a diagonal to make another 3 wave here. and it bounced back up onto a 4. So if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be coming possibly down a little bit more, Bitcoin dominance, it seems to me that possibly Bitcoin's, dominance is going to be going down, which what does that mean? More money is going to be flowing into ETH and all the other alts, guys. And you take a look at let me take a look, put a fib extension on here, right? I'm going to grab that wave 1 and go up to the wave 2. This was an extended wave, and the one that hit the 2.618 is right here, possibly that third wave target. You can see it's right there. My finger's right in that area. Here, I'll take that off for the time being. My finger's right there. You can see at 2.618. And if this zoom up onto a fourth wave to come down and make this first would go at this fifth. Okay. So there's a potential that that's going to be going on that you guys want to be aware of. I think most people that follow my channel are more into the alts because that's where you really make the gain. So here, I'm going to take the whole length of that wave 1 and then put it down here. And more than likely, this is going to come down and extend. It's already, here's a wave, the wave 1, this was extended. So it could come down to these areas, this easily 1.0 back down to 38%, no problem. And then just wander down to 1.38 and possibly even 1.68, just because it just seems like it wants to do that to complete that. You can see right here, here's your bullish divergence, and then that'll be over with. So the overall big picture, what's it going to be? If you take a look at Bitcoin on a weekly chart, right? That's why I'm saying that some say could probably blast up to 100,000. I don't know. I think maybe it's just might make a move up there to like 70 or 74,000, 75,000, and not do as well as people think. Just as an example, you can take your fib extension over here on this wave 1 like so, go all the way up and grab it, and then move it up there, and you see that's where it kind of ends up at this area, guys. So if that is it, and this is not a wave 2, this wave over here is going to be about the same length of this. Okay. Right over here is what my estimate is kind of what I'm planning for. And the reason I say that is because of this right here, guys. So you're not going to find this information anywhere else, I don't think. And if I'm right, we will see. We will see. It's just an estimate, a little bit of speculation on my part right now. Know this video is a little bit long-winded, kind of rambling on, giving you my thoughts of what's going on. Everything so far, so good. Looks pretty decent for Bitcoin. Now I have this parallel channel on here too. And it's not going to be uncommon for this thing to whiz out of there to get underneath here. Okay. If you use the parallel channel and get up, what I'm saying is to get out of here and go beyond the bottom of the channel. Very common, fourth waves. We will see. That is the end of my video, guys, and my little bit of ramble on about what's going on with the cryptocurrency market. Want to let you know that I am still bullish. I still have bullish signals throughout the market, even though it's going down right now. That's one area that I'm pretty decent at, is looking at corrections and then trying to determine if the correction is actually a bullish correction or if it's going to be going bearish. Because you could take, I could take any of these assets and go, well, look at this, head and shoulders, and then it's going to be going down. Or I can go in here and find another head and shoulders, tell you it's going to be going down. Or I can say, this asset's going to be going over here. Some people saying like Chainlink is going to be going down to 50 cents. And I looked at Chainlink as an example on the weekly chart, and it's all the way down here in the RSI. I don't know. Explain to me how Chainlink, after taking everything out, is going to be going down here to these areas, because that's where this is going to need to go. It's going to need to keep going down, 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 down. So it doesn't make much sense to me. You put some actual data in front of their face, and how they try to explain it off is just, it could just keep going down. And it could, but compared to where it was before, and it's down here, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. I'm going to update Chainlink. It's getting a little bit tricky. I've been waiting for it to complete some sequences and stuff before I did that too, guys. So I will be updating Chainlink. Hyper bullish coin. You can see this is extremely bullish coin, and you have a good shot of this completing something in this area and then making another run, in my opinion. Not as big as this. No way. It won't be as big as this, but it'd probably be pretty close to something like down here, guys. That's pretty, what is that? 10x possibly. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.